Hello and welcome to BeamNG.drive. Today I'm taking a look at the Sorbet 1600. And let's start by taking a look at the outside of this vehicle. This is how it looks like. If people please stop passing in front of the camera, please. Oh, I'm causing traffic, understandable. But this is a very standard boxy look from the 80s in my opinion. It's a mix between the Alfa Romeo Arna, an old Saab and the front of an Opel Manta, in my opinion. That's the vehicles it remembers me. And if you go on the inside, we have a simple yet functioning interior. This is how it looks like, quite decent. The dashboards work, as you can see, I'm turning it on, the indicators, the handbrake. So that's good. There is a little misplacing of the camera. As you can see, it clips through the driver's door, but that's because I keep the camera quite far back. If I zoom in, as you can see, it disappears. So it depends on where you keep your driver's camera. Now, let's go back on the outside because I'm causing a lot of traffic. And let's do a little drive. Now, this is a mid-spec version for this mod. It has 70 horsepower. It is not that powerful, however, it can reach quite easily 100 and 120 kilometers per hour, but it's not a necessary detail, because it is a decent city vehicle. It is quite predictable, even if it's front-wheel drive, it is still good to handle. So the driving side of this vehicle is good. It is a simple vehicle, but it drives nice, and that's what I like in my cars. Now, a little overtake before an intersection. There we go. Let's put the indicator. Okay, that's a stupid van because it went in the snowbank. Can we overtake? No, because the Vivas is even dumber. Let's go to the left then. And okay, the AI is a bit stupid. But anyway, this is a simple vehicle, also in the crash model, because if you look at the outside, you can see it doesn't have anything fancy, but it looks clean. When you crash it, yeah, you can realize that this is a simple mod, but that's not important. It also remembers me of mods from maybe 8-9 years ago. Simple, yet effective, and good looking and nice to drive. And you say, I don't care if it breaks badly, I still want to drive it around. And that's what this car does, in my opinion. It doesn't provide a huge amount of fun, but it is a nice experience to drive around, because here on slippery surface I'm having no problem. I'm not going that fast because it doesn't have that much power, but you can see front wheel drive vehicle on slippery surfaces, it is handling it in the best way. Okay, now what about van? No, always a sunburst. It's always a sunburst. I don't know why the sunbursts are magnets for me. I don't know why. But anyway, let's do a fast crash on something, which can be hard because the snowbanks are not helpful in crashing and damaging the car. Okay, let's do a head-on collision with this H series, and I completely broke this car. And as you can see, the damage is quite simple. You can already see it yourself. And since this is only front-wheel drive, you can't have rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. When you break an half shaft, the car is broken. It doesn't want to move anywhere. So let's zoom in to see a bit more damage. As you can see, it is quite stable, but it has some spiking here and there. And most importantly, you can see extremely simple. But I think that's just a small complaint. I'm not angry about it. It is a good vehicle to look at and to drive. It drives nice. It is quite fragile because it breaks half shaft quite easily in crashes, so you are stuck in place. And to demonstrate the simpleness of this vehicle, let me open the latches. Fun stuff. Other open latches. Apart from the trunk that opens with very much force, from the inside of the hood, you can see it is very simple. There is no details inside. And also the engine bay. This is a dark setting, but you can see it is quite empty. So, simple vehicle, fun to drive. And now let's see what it has to offer. This mod comes with 10 configurations. They are all very similar to each other, but let's see what it has to offer. Let's start with the abandoned, because I like it. because it spawns without some parts, and it's a thing I love when mods do this. For example, the Delta 88, it also spawns with broken parts, or broken body parts, so that's a nice touch. There is also a base configuration, a beater if you like to do some derbies or dirt races. I was using the mid trim. There is also the car you own in the game, My Winter Car, as probably you start the game, and there is also the version when it was new. There is a Finnish police configuration, a more luxurious configuration, an engine swap, which is quite interesting, and also this one, the first one with the luggage holder on the top, that says the personal configuration of the CEO of Daewoo. I don't know the reference, I'm sorry if there is some kind of funny reference, I don't get it. But these configurations are good enough. I was hoping for some custom derby configuration. You can use maybe the abandoned or the beater, but a derby livery would have been funny. But anyway, these configurations are quite nice, they all drive nice, and now let's see another one of these on the road. For the second drive test, let's use the swapped configuration that only has different rims and probably the mud flaps. So let's go right away, because there's no need to watch this outside, let's say. And as you can see, it wants to spin the wheels up to maybe 70, 80 kilometers per hour. That's also maybe because the road is not the smoothest you can find, but it is quite a good handling vehicle, even if it's front-wheel drive and it is a swapped engine. It only has 161 horsepower. Why there is a reversing ECV? What? Wait, please. Are you okay? That's a drunk driver, if I see one. I'm scared, because it's reversing. And I hit the BX. What is this guy doing? Oh my god. Okay, that's absolutely out of control. No, let me pass. No, I broke. Okay, I broke a front half shaft, and this guy is absolutely crazy. And who is honking? I'm honking as well. Anyway, there is also a robot van, a second ECV. Okay, let's use the free camera to move away from that accident, because that's... I don't know what's happening. Look at the wheels. It's crazy. But anyway, let's keep driving this car, because I was saying that even if it's a swapped engine, it only has 161 horsepower, which is not that crazy. It can reach 200 kilometers per hour though, so that's quite fast in such a death trap. But the understeer, even if it's front-wheel drive, it's not that much noticeable, which is nice, because we know that in this game the understeer is everywhere. It's very easy to get, so that's nice. Where do we go? Let's go left. Let's follow this one. That's the Windsor, maybe? I don't remember. Probably the Windsor. But anyway, bye-bye. Let's overtake it before a corner, because we can, and we somehow have traction on this surface, which is nice. And of course, I put it in the snow. Okay, let's wait for the car to pass, because I can't get out since it is front-wheel drive and they are stuck in the snow. I have absolutely no traction. And there is a cat screaming at me in the background. I don't know why. What does she want? No idea. I will check in a moment. Before, let's crash this car, because we have driven much of this vehicle. Nice car, and a sunburst, of course, will cause the crash. And roll it into the snow. Okay, perfect. Get back on the wheels and on the road, so we can see the damage. And the damage, once again, is quite simple, stable, decent looking, but still quite simple. And somehow I still work. Okay, let's go for a second round. I like the rear door open. It's kinda funny, because it's the LTS side of the car, but the door is broken for some reason. Okay, there is a good spot. No. Okay, there's some corners here on the road. Bye bye side mirror of the Vivas. Bye bye Legrand. Okay, now the suspensions are holding, which is nice. I can't get up to enough speed to do some damage. Okay, maybe now. Let's stay on the wrong side and do a head-on collision once again, and always a sunburst. And I also hit the robot van. I beached the robot van. That's nice. Okay, let's see. Stop honking. I had a crash. Please. But this is the damage. Also the crates of beer in the rear. That's a nice touch. I forgot about that. And the sausage. A simple vehicle. Drives nice. Not that powerful, but still not that slow. So, a very good mod. And the chosen victim for the descent is the Finnish Police configuration. This is the livery of the car. It has very nice blue. What's the name of those lights? Wait. Let me check because... Light bar, probably? Light bar, yeah, sorry. I forgot the name. That's very nice blue light bar, but on the inside it is completely the same, so it only changes the livery and not even the engine, because as you can see, 71 horsepower, just like the red version I drove. Now let's crash it. Let's do a roll, because yes, and let's see how it will go down this ramp. Maybe some damage. Okay, that was not a very good damage, more deflected than crashing. This one, oof, that was bigger. But, oh, fire, nice, we have fire, and, oh, okay, nice. Some final rolls. That's good. Will it fall off? No, okay, that's nice. And now let's take a look at the damage before the fire is too much. And as you can see, the damage is a bit wonky, the rear especially. You can see some spiking coming from inside the engine bay, so it's not the best. You can still see the shape of the car, which is nice, because this is not very strong, and it took some big hits on cubes descending, so that's nice. The steering wheel is at the pelvis of the driver, so poor driver doesn't have legs anymore, probably doesn't have a life anymore. Ooh, fire, explosion. Nice. Tire exploded. Always nice to have some explosions. But anyway, this was the Sorbet 1600 LTD. A very nice car. A big disclaimer is that this is a thread on the official forum. I like the explosion on the background. But the download of this vehicle is from an external website. Always be wary of external website. Do a big check on the download before opening it, before putting it into the game, so it doesn't have any viruses. So be safe downloading from third-party website. So I did it, I downloaded it, I did scan it with two viruses, with Defender and another one that I forgot the name, so it was safe, and I use it. So always be safe downloading mods from third-party website. Anyway. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Oh, the light bar still works.